Hey guys, welcome back to another Arc Raiders video. Today I'm going to be discussing what you can expect from the launch of the game on October 30th, so let's get into it. First of all, and probably one that is going to likely be inevitable, is server issues and long queue times. Of course, in the upcoming Server Slam playtest, Embark are looking to iron out any possible server issues before launch, but this doesn't mean that issues won't still crop up on launch day. I imagine that they will still limit server capacity in order to try and ensure that things run as smoothly as possible. Just look at the Battlefield 6 beta, for example. That game had so many server issues because there was hundreds of thousands of people trying to queue up and play. So, as mentioned, the game is releasing on October 30th. We are still unsure as to whether it will be a global release or if the game will release at different times of the day depending on your location. I assume that this information will come out roughly a week before launch. So, as we know, Arc Raiders is releasing on both PC and consoles. On PC, you'll be able to play via either Steam or the Epic Games Launcher, and for consoles, you'll be able to play on both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X or S. This does mean that anyone who still might be playing on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One won't be able to play Arc Raiders. As of right now, there is also no planned release for the Nintendo Switch. Something that I do think is really cool is that the game is also officially marketed as being supported on GeForce Now. GeForce Now, if you don't know, is Nvidia's own cloud gaming service. This allows you to stream and play PC games almost anywhere. What GeForce Now does is it runs games on a remote PC with specs depending on the tier of subscription you have, and then beams that directly to your monitor, phone, or even smart TV. I myself have personal experience with GeForce Now, as I actually used to use it when I had a terrible laptop just a few years ago, and it worked pretty well. So if you have a low-end or even fully unsupported system, it might be worth looking into. At launch, Arc Raiders will have support for parties of up to 3 players, and the neat part about this is that if you want to queue as a solo player, the game will actually try to matchmake you against other solos. This way, you don't need to worry about coming across teams of 2 or 3 constantly in every single raid. With that being said, I must say I don't really understand the obsession recently with some games limiting party sizes to 3. I believe it started with Apex Legends back in 2019, and other games have kind of done the same since. I feel like 4-player parties should be the gold standard, but oh well, maybe this will be something that they add later on after launch. In terms of progression in Arc Raiders, we know that there will be a questing system spread across different NPCs, as well as daily challenges. There is also going to be an in-depth skilling system with 3 different branches to work across, and those are survival, mobility, and conditioning. As of right now, we are unsure as to whether there will be a level cap in Arc Raiders. If there is a level cap, this may lead you to carefully consider the skills that you decide to specialize in, as compared to just pouring skill points into every skill in the game. We also know that there will be lots of gear customization in Arc Raiders, allowing you to put attachments on your weapons, as well as being able to craft attachments. I'm assuming that you'll also be able to find them in raid, with the higher tier attachments being a bit rarer to find depending on the tier itself. For visual progression, we know that there will be something called the Raider Den present at launch, and here's a direct quote from the Arc Raiders website detailing what you can expect from the Raider Den. Quote, "As you progress through Arc Raiders, your den will progress with you. Trinkets you find topside will litter the floors and shelves of your den. Your highest value items will be proudly displayed on your shelves. Think of the den as a bird's nest for all your trinkets, old world oddities, guns, and fancy weapon attachments." End quote. This to me sounds like the start of some form of social feature. Maybe in the future they'll allow us to visit other Raiders dens as well, letting us see what kind of stuff that they might have accumulated over time. In terms of maps, we know that there will be 4 maps available for us at launch. I must say, this is slightly disappointing, as in Tech Test 2, which was 5 months ago, we had 3 maps available. This basically means that we've already experienced 3/4 of the game's maps before. One silver lining of this, though, is that each map will have its own dynamic weather. There will be things such as thunderstorms, sandstorms, as well as a day-night cycle. Thankfully, they are going to be saving the last map for launch, and in the upcoming Server Slam, we will have access to just the Dam Battlegrounds, which is a map that we've already seen and played. Of course, with Arc Raiders being a live service game, it is safe to assume that we will see more maps added post-launch. If I had to guess, I would say that we'll probably get a new map roughly every 2 to 3 months, depending on the seasonal length that Embark decide to go with in Arc Raiders. So guys, that's everything I have for you in this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with any Arc Raiders news, as I will 100% be covering it on this channel. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It does help me out massively and pushes this video out to more people. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.